that I got your attention. Welcome to vlog number 3. Alright, what's up guys? So we're gonna change up the vlog a little bit today. Normally we do business type things. This is still related to that genre, but this is just a little bit different. Today we're gonna be talking about buying and selling of vehicles. For teenagers, this is a great way to make some quick cash, but you have to know the markets, you have to know what you're buying, and you have to make sure that it works good so that you can flip it later on. Those seem to be pretty simple things. I started with a little trailer, a $500 trailer. Now let's look at what we got. We have a motorcycle, a Corvette. The Corvette is not part of the flipping, but I'm gonna get into that in a second. So I got a motorcycle from the flips. Let's walk over here. 2 trailers out of it. So I have funded my whole business and a couple other personal operations, as well as living very comfortable at my age solely off of making money from flipping. I've started a startup, like I said, and I've been able to buy things that I didn't think I would be able to, at least in 1 year's time. I started this whole venture about 1 year ago. I'm gonna get into the fine details here. So the first step, you're gonna see what money you have, see how much you have. I started with $500, so I've had a couple different avenues of flipping. So I started once with a golf cart, and then went to a Corvette, and then an RV, and then sold that. The other side, I went to a trailer, and then a boat, and then a motorcycle. So we're gonna get to the trailer, boat, motorcycle section. Right off the bat, I had to make a move for my business. I didn't know what I was gonna do. First thing was a trailer. Now I bought the trailer to use it for my pressure washing business, but I did not realize that it was way too small for what I needed once I got big enough. Once I got big enough, I painted the trailer. Okay, and then I painted the wood, sorry, Chicago's making me laugh. I painted the trailer, the actual metal of the trailer, I painted the wood of the trailer, and then I made it look brand new. Boom. I inserted a before and after picture. Okay? After that, I sold that trailer. I bought that trailer for $500. I only had $800 cash at the time. I was a young buck, didn't have too much money, but I bought that trailer for $500. It was in some like junkyard. The dude didn't think it was valued that much, but I thought so. Because I've been looking at the markets, I knew that with all the trailers, this specific trailer is priced below what market value is. So I went ahead and bought the trailer. That trailer is still to this day the most comfortable trailer I've ever driven. The thing was so smooth. Kind of regret selling it, but I had to do what I had to do to pick up things like this. And this is all using money that I did not make from other incomes. This is all money I made from solely flipping. I started with $500, bought that trailer, fixed it up, sold it for $1,100. I sold that trailer and I bought another trailer and I bought a boat. I sold those boats, and with money from those and with money from that big RV sale that I did, I was able to buy this bike and a couple other things to help fund my business. Now we're going to get into the other part of it. The golf cart side, I started with the golf cart that my parents bought for me for $3,000. I fixed up the golf cart, and then the market crashed for golf carts. It was kind of a weird time, so golf carts weren't actually going for too much. So I only sold it for $3,000, what I bought it for, what my parents bought it for. And then my parents gave me $2,500, and with that I had $5,500, and I was able to buy a Corvette. Now that you've seen the Corvette that I bought, I went on Facebook after about a year of using that Corvette. I enjoyed it, it was fun, it was fast, I did some modifications to it. Thankful for my parents to help me out getting started, but I knew I had to make a big difference. So the first thing I did, I flipped it for an RV. This is the discipline part of it. I messaged 30 different RVs an hour until I found the perfect guy that had the perfect RV that was willing to flip for a Corvette. Most RVs are worth more than Corvettes. So I got lucky on that one. Some would say luck, some would say I persevered, and I ended up flipping it for that RV. That RV I sold for $10,000. So now I'm left with $5,000. My parents bought the Corvette technically for $5,000, and then I had another $5,000. So with that $5,000, I have funded a business, and then my business took off, and then I also funded multiple other flips, including this. So again, we started off with a golf cart for one of them, paying back all debts that I had, all loans that I had, and now I'm completely debt free with a motorcycle, 2 trailers. I just sold my boat, and I have lots of cash left over just alone from that. Now, there's a different side of business where I continued the business, and now that is making money, so I don't really do flipping that much anymore. But flipping is a very powerful tool that if you know the markets well, and you know that something's a good deal, and you buy it, and then it works out for you, and you sell it for an extra $1,000, then that feeling is so good. Because with other businesses, the money you make is off of labor. With these businesses, the money you make is off of the market values. So I was able to make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars with all of my flips. I think I ended up with 7 flips in under like 6 months, so that was about a flip a month. And each one I would make at least $1,000 profit, upwards of $5,000 profit. So that was a very good time frame for me. And I don't really do it that much anymore. But now you know. All you need to do is the market values, knowing what you're getting into, do a lot of research on every single thing you did. This bike, I ended up watching 100 videos on YouTube about this specific model, make, year, and people said it's reliable. So far it's been reliable, it's been a good bike, and the benefit of flipping business is you get to keep whatever you flipped for it. If you started off with something crappy and flipped your way up to a Mercedes, you get to keep that Mercedes, or you could cash out on that Mercedes, sell it, and then you have a lot more cash than what you started with. So I've done it 2 ways. I've done it to where my parents helped me out with the golf cart, and then from there I've paid back all debts as well as building on my own. And I started with just $800 cash. I kind of split those 2 up, and you can either sell one thing and buy another thing, or you can do a straight across flip. You can just do a trade for it. I've done both. Both work out fine. The best one I see is whenever you do a trade, because you don't have to spend any cash doing it. If it's a trade for something that's higher value, then that's a win. And sometimes the market doesn't even matter. Sometimes, like that old man that I got the RV from, he just wanted a Corvette, and I just wanted an RV. His RV was worth a lot more than the Corvette, but he didn't know that, and he didn't care because he was getting a Corvette. But me, I cared a little bit. I missed that Corvette, but I ended up winning off of that deal. So it's something to keep in mind there. As well as between flips, you get to mess around with whatever toys you got going on. I drove an RV daily for about a month until I sold it. The boat, I never actually got to put it in the water, but I did get to work on it. Played on it a little bit, just sat in it, enjoyed it, you know. The trailers, I've bought 3 trailers, and all of them have been completely remotely off of my flip success, and I'm able to fund a lot of things. I'm able to go out, buy food whenever I want. I'm able to help my family with whatever they need, and it all comes down to knowing the markets, trying to work hard, and being disciplined with doing your knowledge and your research, as well as having a little bit of prior experience. I've been a mechanic at OTC for a couple years now, so I know my things. I know vehicles very well. I know engines very well. Went to OTC for automotive tech, so that's kind of what's helped me, is I'm able to work on things. That's another thing. You can switch things for their value, or you can just buy something crappy and fix it up completely and then sell it. I've done both. What I find better is just selling whenever the market's high for that specific thing. I personally don't like putting too much work into my flips once I own them. Now, It's a lot of work trying to find good flips. You may go months without finding a single good deal on Facebook Marketplace. That's another thing. Check out Facebook Marketplace. That's the place I use. It's the best place. But yes, it will take quite a while to find out exactly a perfect flip. But once you find it, it's a perfect flip. You made money off of it, and you only work a couple days out of the week. So instead of watching TikTok for hours, scroll through Facebook Marketplace for hours. I promise you, you'll find a deal inside of your budget. You know, it's good to start out with at least $1,000. But if you don't have $1,000, I've started off with 500. I've used loans from my parents to get at least one flip under my belt, and then I paid back those debts as well as profiting off of future flips that have been able to fund a bunch of things. How you're seeing this video, I've hired managers for different things, and I've hired different people for different things. I've hired my lifelong friends, and it's all because I started flipping things and I found out how to do it, found out the markets, did a lot of research. All right, guys, so like I said, the final thing is flip for things that you would enjoy doing. Don't just flip for something that you would never use. I find that I have goals for every one of my things. I said I want an RV. Most kids don't want an RV. I wanted an RV, I got an RV. I wanted a Corvette, I got a Corvette. I wanted a motorcycle, I got a motorcycle. And I think I'm gonna keep this motorcycle too. But at any time, I could flip it for more than what I bought it for, because I bought it for a good deal. So, like I said, whenever you do these flips, find things that truly make you happy. With that being said, thanks for watching the vlog, guys, and enjoy me riding off into the sunset.